we were just talking about how we all got to meet each other. One of the loveliest things I think about this job for me was the way we got to meet each other. It was so organic. You know, as an actor, sometimes you're thrown into these terrifying situations where you're all of a sudden doing the table read, and that's the first day you meet each other. And with this, show, we got to meet each other through, the first day I met I walked into a stunt rehearsal. I was walking into the gym and he was finishing up doing some amazing sort of like capoeira kind of dance fighting stuff, and I was going in there doing what it is that I'm going to be able to do. Hey,
what's up, new guy? What you got?
So that was cool, and then, just in terms of stepping into the universe, it's just, what can you say?
Yeah.
Like, just deep gratitude.
Yeah.
Awe, and then the sets.
Oh.
And all the detail that goes into it. And you see, I've had a chance to work with Barry Gower before. And Barry has worked on the show, now. And, he's not just doing one creature. There are multiple, dozens and dozens, and every detail is unbelievable. The sets are no different. The sets are absolutely no different. We get to walk into these huge spaces and play.
Yeah.
I get to play in Middle Earth. Come on, you lucky boy.
Who can say that in their lifetime? Not many.
Right.
He's been doing it for a while.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
It's a beautiful experience that we've gotten to have, and I think we're all very aware of how special this is. And you kind of think, if it's gonna get any more special from your last job or the job that you like the most, and it does, and we're a testament to that. And I know I speak for the both of us. We met and immediately had an incredible bond. I think we have very similar sensitivities and sensibilities of how we see the world. We're both dyslexic. Case in point. AF, and also just deep feeling poets, visual artists, and at the same time, during the filming, I lost like one of my greatest loves while we were shooting, and it felt almost impossible that I was gonna be able to finish the show. However, we bonded over that, and I had such a space to breathe openly, to be understood, but also to play. Like that space you don't get that much, dude, that you can on and off screen feel so supported. So we had a great time anytime that we were able to also play on screen, but it enriched our characters, but also it enriched our lives, and I'm super grateful. I mean, we're gushing about each other everywhere, and it can go on and on for hours. But yeah, that's it.
Well, Jamie, you played many different characters in the fantasy lore in general, so I don't know what to expect from Celeborn. So what would you say is something from their previous characters that you really wanted Celeborn to have?
Nothing.
He's perfect.
Nothing at all. I mean, going from playing something like Vecna, to playing an elf.
But when you have really tall as well,
there is an innocence. I would agree. There is certainly an innocence, and I think, without giving too much away, we can talk about like the first four in general, can't we? Without giving the first four away, yeah? I'm going to be general with it. I'm not going to say anything that's like, this is what happens. But without giving too much away, Celeborn certainly goes on a journey this season, and that journey is one of growth. It's one of increasing wisdom, and wisdom only comes through experience, and so you have to find a place to start with that, and there is an innocence, I think, that I found that I started with that, this level, this sort of a vulnerability to him that I felt was really important, and so I suppose there is, there are parts of myself within that. There are certain parts of my younger self, I think, within that too. But also I've grown as well. And this is also a creature who has lived for thousands of years. I mean, which I haven't, as far as I'm aware. And has also gone through battle. He's not sort of that fresh. He certainly has. I don't like to use the term battle hardened. I'm trying to use the term battle scarred in a way, but he's got he's got something that he knows about there is a darkness in there. He's seen the things, and they have formed and shaped through the years when we first meet him, alongside holding space for that vulnerability in order for the growth to occur. Yeah, you're welcome, of course.
And for you, what was it like having fans embrace your character so much?
It's meant everything. I mean, like, sure, you're aware of like that journey that I've had with the character. There was a lot of questioning whether it belonged in Middle Earth or not, and I think I know I did, and I think Tolkien made that very clear. That Middle Earth is for everyone. But for me to have a character that did not exist in the books, it was both freeing, but at the same time nerve-wracking. Like, how do you insert yourself in something so beloved and make your mark? And I gave it my all. I put every ounce of my being into this, every piece of training, both athletic and artistic, every emotion, every hard moment that I've had, every loss, and infused it in this guy that has lost so much. So essentially, when you're seeing Arondir, you're seeing Ismael but with bigger ears, you know. And to have people embrace that and support it, and for them to stop you and say I get emotional, how much is meant in their lives, and how what we do, how deeply it touches people. This is not an easy career. You know, these moments are beautiful, right? But they're very small, and what we have to do, there's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of loneliness, a lot of personal costs. So when you see the effect of that and the impact of that in the fans, that's what gives you the fuel to continue to traverse through this thing. And it's been absolutely life-changing, and I'm extremely grateful. And galvanized to continue to do this for however long they want to have to.
Speaking of being of embracement, Jamie, you're no stranger to entering worlds that have been established and joining them as they're already growing. What can you tell us about just how you joined this season, how the crew kind of embraced you and kind of welcomed you to the family?
With open arms, with hearts open. I've been a fan of this world for a really long time, not just Lord of the Rings, but the show as well. Bent Barry Gower's ear multiple times about this show throughout the duration of my time working on Stranger Things, and was very excited to be coming into this world. As I said in the panel earlier today, I burst into tears when I found out I got the role. And Travis, who's working on all our BTS stuff, he's like, "Can I get the video?" I'm like, "Absolutely not, but I'll give you a screenshot, so that will appear at some point." Yeah, exactly.
Not bad.
But I felt that way throughout the production. For the first 3 weeks of driving into work, my inner child was kicking and screaming with glee, just being like, "I cannot believe we are here." And I was just invited into the space. And as an actor, I didn't feel like I had to, again, going back to this thing we were talking about just now of organic meetings or organic happenings, it just felt so natural, so real. So I was welcomed in with open arms. Of course, I was fucking terrified. I still am.
I mean, we were so excited to have it. I mean, how can you not? And the surprise of a lifetime was seamless. I think, it lifted each other and really brought so much to the character and to the role and to the world and just to us as people. I don't ever want to let them go.
And we had so much fun.
It's so much fun.
I know. Sorry, I will wrap this up.
Sorry, Jamie.
But we did. We talk about this love and like this connection that we all have, and that trust that you build right with each other is so important. But it's also really important for us that I remember so many times on set just having the most amazing time when the most ridiculous shit is going on, and you're just like, and it's great, and that's part, another string to the bow of what going and working on this job. It makes it great. So yeah, it's been wicked. It's been very cool.